the disciples met in the upper room, and Jesus had appeared to them. But Thomas wasn't there. Where was Thomas? Well, some people like to grieve with a group of people, and others like to grieve alone. And when Thomas comes back, they tell Thomas that they've seen the Lord. And Thomas says, until I see him myself, I won't believe. And I find it wonderful that he comes back into that community and he feels safe enough to share his doubts and his uncertainty and his questioning. And I think a lot of people in the church today were afraid to share what we really think, what we're struggling with, what we doubt. We just don't feel like there's a safe place or a safe person to talk to about that. And so I love this image of Thomas coming into community and getting that. And then Jesus comes and appears to Thomas. And notice that Jesus doesn't berate Thomas for his doubt, for his questioning, for his struggling. He doesn't condemn him. Jesus honors Thomas, and he honors the longing and the struggling. So doubt is not a bad thing in our Christian faith. Doubt can be good. There's one of my favorite authors, Frederick Buechner, says, if you say as a Christian that you've never doubted, then you're either kidding yourself or you're asleep. Doubts are the ants in the pants of faith. They keep us awake, they keep us alive, they keep us moving. And that's a good thing. I think it's certainty that is maybe the enemy of a living and active faith, because when we become certain on things, that intellectual assent, then we can get judgmental and arrogant, and doubt and questioning is healthy and it's good, and Jesus honors that. I've also heard it said this way, that dead things don't struggle. So often in my life I've struggled, but I also run into people, Christians, who are struggling in their faith, and they feel like they're dead in their faith because they're questioning. Well, dead things don't struggle. So if you're questioning, if you're struggling a little bit, if you're wondering, if you're longing, that is really a sign that you're awake and that you're alive and that you're coming to faith. And that's a good thing. And the last thing about this story that just touches my heart, and I love it, is Jesus, this questioning of Thomas, this doubting, and by the word doubt never occurs in the passage for all of us biblical folks out there. It's not there. But this longing, this questioning is a longing for intimacy with God. You see, Thomas is not wanting just to know about the disciples' experience and about Jesus. He is wanting an experience of Jesus. And the older I get, I don't want to know just about God. I want an experience of God. And I think that's what we're all after, that intimacy, that connection with God and God's Spirit. So Jesus honors it, and he comes and he says, Thomas, here are my wounds. And what an intimate invitation that is from Jesus. Now, I work in a hospital as a chaplain, talking with people about death, despair, depression, disease every day, and trying to find hope in that. No patient has ever asked me to touch their wounds. That is such an intimate thing to do. And here is Jesus showing us that God wants intimacy with us in relationship, to experience God. That is amazing. So here we're given once and for all an invitation to that kind of relationship with God. And it's about trust. Even in the questioning, it's about trusting. And I'm happy to walk this walk with Thomas, and I hope you are too, and take some encouragement in that as we come alive in our faith. So I hope that encourages you a little bit this morning, and until next time, may you live all the days of your life.